We have firefighters who earn a living fighting fires. It's a dangerous job. We have police officers. We have Coast Guard naval rescuers. We have ski and rescue teams. All these groups that risk life and personal injury to help others while collecting a salary. One may surely work as a volunteer firefighter. Surgeons do their surgery for free, right? Okay. The anesthesiologists, they do it for free, right? The hospitals don't charge anything, right? The organ procurement agencies do this for free, right? UNOS is free. The only person or group of people who does not make money in this process is the donor or the donor's family. Everyone else is engaged in a commercial transaction. That coerces altruism in what's already a commercial setting. It requires a special sacrifice on the part of the donor that no one else is somehow subject to. I am in authority over myself and my body, and I can give informed consent to the transplantation. I don't need the surgery. The surgery is done to benefit someone else. But notice, we affirm in that case the authority of persons over themselves to donate a kidney. At the same time, we deny the authority of persons over themselves to do all exactly the same thing if they accept money. Altruism-based policies have simply not been adequate to meet the medical need for transplantation. The usual circumstance now for transplantation without a private donor with regard to kidneys is an ever more significant wait, and often an ever more significant risk of dying. What my friends who work in kidney transplantation tell me is that even queuing for less than 6 months has a long-term negative impact on health risks relative to preemptive transplantation. It becomes cost neutral after only about 12 to 13 months relative to continuing end-stage renal dialysis. So it actually saves money long-term. We shouldn't be thinking about black markets, all grant at once. Illegal markets, bad. Hard to enforce contracts, or impossible to enforce contracts. How do you sue someone for malpractice in an illegal market? It's not happening. The idea is to imagine these things taking place at a major medical center, the Mayo Clinic. Right? All the usual issues associated with malpractice gear in. The hospital really cares that things are done properly, and we're engaging in tracking patients in a reasonable fashion. There's an immense force of political pressure not to come out in favor of selling organs for profit or even financial incentives. I lecture around the world on this topic, and there are lots of people come up to me afterwards, having sat in a room, and I've been hated in person, which is sort of fun, and they come up to me afterwards and they say, "You're right, but we can't talk about that." At this point, people usually say, "But wait a minute, they're of infinite value," or something like that. So you can't really talk about them as being a commodity because there's no price limit, no price limit. But that's, again, to get things a little bit off. The fact that the government says you're not allowed to transfer things except at the price of zero doesn't actually mean they have no price. You get a single payment from the government. You can also get a secondary payment from the recipient. And if the recipient is too poor to offer a secondary payment, then there are charitable organizations that will often help come up with an additional payment. What's very interesting about it is they have flipped the waiting list. Instead of there being a waiting list of people to receive a kidney, there's a waiting list of people to donate a kidney.